Hey everybody, welcome to another Hardcore Wrestling Radio's Four Corner Rants. It's a Friday night. Here is chilly where I am, it's freezing. And we are going to talk about the Royal Rumble. We have a packed weekend. Not only do we have NXT's TakeOver on Saturday, we have definitely the big Royal Rumble coming up. But before we go into all that insanity that we're going to talk about, let me introduce the hardcore crew. First of all, she is the Vicious Vixen from Kentucky's Own Wrestling. She is Zoe Nightshade.
You know it. Unfortunately, I will not be here for TakeOver tomorrow night. I will be doing my own show. You have to overlook me right now because I have a big piece of Carmelo in my mouth. I'm trying to talk and eat.
You said caramel for a second. I thought you said Carmelo. I'm like, really?
No. God, no.
No, that's our truth that has Carmel in his mouth.
Right?
So, all right. We're going to keep going.
I wonder if Carmelo's yet met little Jimmy yet.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Let me just say, he is the hardcore boss himself. Rick, how you doing?
What's
brother?
up, guys? And you know what? If you think this is inappropropriate, well, you might not want to stick around because it's just going to go downhill from here.
Truth that has Carmelo.
Or at least wait until Sunday.
Yeah, we will definitely wait. And he is the incomparable one, Lance Moss. Lance, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I just got done drinking 2 big cups of coffee, and if you get offended by anything on this show, you ain't gonna hear shit compared to what you're gonna hear Sunday. It is what it is.
Oh, definitely. It is going to be a crazy weekend. All I can say is, oh my God. By the way, Rickster, don't be surprised that the Wrestle Gamer appears on our podcast as well. So
you know what? It's good to have Double B here. He's a close friend. Me and Lance have known Billy for many, many years. We were even on his old podcast, so it'll be good for him to hang out with us again.
And it's going to be fun to torment him, like old times.
I know it is.
Already in the HWR chat room, she is the Vivacious One. She is Mrs. A from BC Games and More. Hey, Mrs. A. Good to see you on this cold Friday night. We're going to talk about Rumble. And I'm going to go by the matches I feel. We're going to go. I'm just going to pick out how I feel these matches should be set. But before we go through the actual matches, Rick, I hear you got some rundown news regarding one of the members from Authors of Pain.
Yes. It's AOP's well, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. That's how bad I am right now. Akam. And he suffered a leg injury, and actually his injury, how long is not yet to be confirmed. It could be out for several months because I think I'm not sure if it was him who had the tear on his ACL.
Hey, at least you said it better than I would have. When I looked twice, I had to think, and I thought it said Akeem. I'm like, the African Dream?
I thought it was Akeem.
No, I thought it was Akam, but anyways, that's pretty much just the news. I figured that would be a good time for us to focus on the Rumble and our picks and predictions.
Absolutely, but let's go first to this match that's really been not much of a, I don't know, what would we say, Lance? This has kind of been the forgotten title ever since Shinsuke Nakamura has won it. It is the United States Championship. Now we have a new champion in Rusev.
Yeah.
So he is the reigning champion. He takes on Shinsuke Nakamura. Let's go for, my pick. I'm just going to say Rusev because this is, I hate to say it, the U.S. title has really sunk, since Shinsuke has gotten it. Now they gave it to Rusev. I don't know if it's going to get any better, but it definitely can't get any worse. I'm just going to pick Rusev. What about you, Lance?
Well, it could get worse, but because, they could always put the U.S. title on R-Truth, but yeah, I'm going to go with Rusev on this one. Because, I mean, let's face it, they basically relegated the U.S. title back to pre-show again.
Yeah, and that's a big shame because that title was very prestigious. It was actually rivaling the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, you know, I don't know. I think the title just, I don't know if Shinzei got bored with it or they just didn't have anybody for him.
I think, honestly, Shinsuke Nakamura, and don't get me wrong, he's a great performer, but I think they just didn't really know what to do with him after, I think he just did nothing. So if I have to, I'd say putting on Rusev would be a great idea. He's now a babyface. And, for a long time, I think when John Cena first got it, they made it like an open challenge. And that's what I liked. I mean, it's like almost they talk about its opportunity because it's the United States. I think they should make it more like a TV, like a TV title. So absolutely, I think they'll keep it on Rusev.
All right, let's go to the lovely Vicious Vixen.
I'm going to say Rusev because at least he is a fighting freaking champion, and I feel like he'll make the United States Championship belt more important again.
I gotta say one thing. We've seen Shinzei hold on to it, and Rusev pass on to it. I'm gonna toss this really back to you real fast, Rick, and I know we're gonna move on to our next match. But the way I'm gonna say this is, do you think they were just transitioning the belt until they actually find someone who's worthy of holding it?
Right now, I want to say no because Rusev is starting to get behind the fans. The fans are starting to get behind him. They took Lana out of the picture, which is definitely a plus. So I think for him right now, if he can prove that he's one of the defending champions, like John Cena and AJ Styles did, I think it could be a good thing for him. It would be a nice little push.
All right. Over in the HWR chat room, Billy Brewster gave us a big love. Thank you very much for that.
Love you, baby.
Gotta love those folks. Again, we really appreciate you guys going on with this. Let's go on to the next match. And this is, I'm going down how far I will put this now. And again, I'm sorry if I pushed the U.S. title that far in the beginning as an opener, but
it is an opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that in the kickoff easily.
It is. The opener is U.S. and also the 205 live titles.
Oh, geez. That shows you how the title's been regulated. But let's go to this next match. It is Buddy Murphy, Akira Tozawa versus... Well, it's Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto versus Hideo Itami for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship in a fatal four-way match, and that's the kickoff. Most likely that is the kickoff match. Again, I am looking at this match. I don't care. To me, the Cruiserweight division is not like the Cruiserweight division of WCW days. I really don't. I gotta say, I don't care. So that's my thing, my pick on that. I don't really care. I would say give it to Kalisto if worst comes to worst.
Oh God, please no.
You know what? I don't. Unless they keep it on Buddy Murphy, like I said, it's a toss-up for me. Let's go to you, Rickster, because you're the one that voiced out.
I'm calling Buddy Murphy a whole way. No questions about it. I think Buddy Murphy, unfortunately, they put him in the 205 live because I know that Buddy Murphy, again, I am not a strict NXT follower. I do watch it, like Purge watch, where I watch like 4 or 5 episodes back to back. And he was doing good for a while when he was a tag team, but I really think Buddy Murphy could be conceivably at one point in time be called up to the main roster, so I'm going with him. I'd like to see where he can go.
Now, real quick, isn't that Alexa Bliss's view?
Absolutely.
That's her fiance.
Right,
yes.
So there we go.
And he actually, real quick, he did speak about the his relationship with Alexa Bliss, and he helped inspire her to get the next spot. She's like, she absolutely deserves that spot because she has a great personality, and she's gained, process from her time in NXT all the way up to the WWE roster. So I think it's a good thing. It just shows how much they really have together, despite the fact that Alexa Bliss is hot as hell.
Yep, and she definitely blossomed in the right way. Let's go to you, Zoe. What do you think of the Cruiserweight Championship Fatal 4-Way?
I'm gonna go with the Lexus man.
All right. Finally, let's hear it from the Lance man.
Well, I kind of keep up with 205 Live sometimes. And because, damn it, he is Alexa Bliss's man, I'm going to take it off that bastard and put it on Akira Tozawa because, damn it, he only wins Alexa Bliss. He can't win. He's winning too much, damn it.
Yeah,
put it on Akira, take it off him.
Yeah, you know what's funny, Lance? I was about to say the same thing. I'm like, well, he already got the prize better. That's superior to the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Akira Tozawa, he is a great competitor, and if they had to move on, I would give it to him. Hideo Itami is looking the way out. Of course, that's the rumor. So I don't think they're going to put it on him. Not to mention, he injures too many people way too much. I think there's like 70 people under his belt that he's got injured in like 2 years. So definitely no on him. Kalisto, I just can't stand. So no, it's like, it's those two picks. But I think Buddy Murphy is still going to be the winner.
All right. That's, you know what? It's like Zoe, Kevin, Dean Ambrose. Why would she want anything else?
Exactly.
All right.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. And then now the matches start getting a little bit better, folks. Let's go for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It is the Bar defending their championship against the Odd Tag Team. Where they talk again, here is something that they talk about: the changing the game, changing the game. They're making WWE better, and yet Shane McMahon's teaming up with The Miz. I like both guys. I'm definitely a Miz mark, and I like Shane-O. I think Shane's a hard-working guy. He really is, but I think they should have focused on other tag teams. Bring someone else in to win, to at least take that spot. My opinion, I could see Shane O'Mac and The Miz retaining with some chicanery, thanks to The Miz, and Shane O'Mac will make the pin. So I'm predicting new champions. Let's go to you, Lance.
I'm actually gonna say the Bar will lose clean, because honestly the Bar have had the tag belts for a long time. It's time for new tag champs. But I'm also not saying team best in the world or whatever the hell they're calling themselves, Miz and Shane O'Mac. I'm not saying they're going to be a long-term champs. There'll probably be a short little transition team to somebody else.
Yeah, I can see that explode and Miz and Shane O'Mac turns against each other. Over in the HWR chat room for the Cruiserweight Championship, Billy Brewster says it will be a Tommy, and he also says the Bar will keep the championship. So that's something in there. I'm going to toss it to Zoe Meister because she knows Billy Brewster.
I do, and I'm going to agree with my boy Billy Brewster completely. I'm going to say the Bar. Because everybody's expecting it to end differently.
Wow. I'm surprised. I don't know. I would have thought Zoe would have took the Miz.
No, I freaking hate him.
It's Eminem. It's Eminem. It's Eminem all over again. It's without the N. It's McMahon and Miz.
Now, if it would have been Dean Ambrose and Shane-O, she'd be all over that like white on rice.
Hey, I like Shane McMahon. I can't stand The Miz.
All right. Remember, fans, if you decide to come down and see Zoe at KCW anytime for their shows, just bring up Shane the Miz
yes, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we open at. Yep. Tomorrow night we open at 6:30. Shotville, baby.
There you go. Cheap props for everyone right there. Rick Meister, save us here. Who's walking away?
Unfortunately, I see Miz and McMahon win the titles. But honestly, I think if I'd had to book it, I would have kept the bar. The titles, Shane and The Miz, kind of fall apart, and have some kind of final match at WrestleMania, because this is a minor feud. When I first I remember when the bar actually had that long feud. I didn't think they would have a longevity. They did, but they worked well together. And when they started to meld together, I thought that Sheamus and Cesaro has done very well. Where Shane and The Miz, this is a short time thing. To put them in the titles, which unfortunately is likely, I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, I just say
They're like,
team.
you know what it is? Look at it this way. It's like a really bad rehash of The Odd Couple.
Ba-dum.
A lot of people didn't get that joke.
I didn't.
Hey, you can either choose this one, Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, which is the original Odd Couple, or what was? Oh my God, I can't remember their real name. Jack Klugman and oh God, I can't remember Felix's real name. Anyway, check out that's the Odd Couple, the old classics. Anyway, do you say transition team, Rick?
Absolutely, without question. Like I said, they might. I think they have the elimination chamber in between. So if they lose the title, it's gonna be there. So it's gonna be in that short time, and then they're gonna split and have their match at WrestleMania. Honestly, come WrestleMania, you're gonna see Miz and McMahon feud. No questions about that one.
I'm gonna disagree with you, and I know we're jumping back, we're prolonging this, but I see them holding it to WrestleMania because I see Shane O'Mac wanting to do something where, he can't go long. He cannot really last long in a match. We've been seeing him. He's in great shape, but I just don't think he's going to... I think he needs this tag team thing just to carry it on further after WrestleMania. That's where The Miz will probably turn on him or whatever have you. But I think that's, in my opinion, I think it's going to go... They'll defend the belts at WrestleMania, then move on to, the Mega Powers explode,
Payback.
I guess. Yeah.
Payback in the next one. So, like I said, if the feud crashes, I still think it's going to be at WrestleMania, but before WrestleMania. But if it does, yeah, Payback would be probably the proper thing. But again, just pure speculation.
All right, let's go to another match. And again, I'm putting this in my own order. This is match number 4, in my opinion. It is for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. It is the current champion Rowdy Ronda Rousey taking on the boss Sasha Banks. And I gotta say this, I'm not a big fan of Sasha Banks. She's a hard worker, and I'm glad she's finally getting her solo championship opportunity in a long time. I don't see this going any further. I could see Becky or Charlotte get involved because remember Ronda got involved in their match, so I could see this ending with Ronda keeping the title via disqualification due to either Becky or Charlotte coming out to set up for WrestleMania. So sorry, Sasha, but the real boss, the rowdy one, is going to hold on to that title. Let's go over to the HWR chat room, and Billy says, that's Billy Brewster, he says Ronda wins. So that's 2 votes for Ronda. Let's go to our resident woman wrestler, the one who's in the business, Zoe.
Let's see. I hate them both, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to say Ronda.
Look at the you could just, Lance, you could just feel the excitement in her voice. The excitement, yeah.
I just can't get into Ronda and Sasha. Plus, I'm making a 2-2, so it's like, I don't care about them two. Move on to the next one.
Lance, can you get into either one? I mean, pick one. Pick one.
I'm pretty sure I couldn't get into the 2-2.
Okay. Yeah. Good save. Good save.
But, well, I could get into both of them, but I honestly think Ronda's going to keep the belt because from what I'm hearing, they're planning on putting the women's tag belts on Bailey and Sasha. So I don't see them putting both having a women's tag champion and the women's singles champion, one of them having the women's belt. So, yeah, I have a feeling they're keeping it on Ronda.
You know, Billy Bruce in the Stereo chat room says that Nia Jax could come out and interfere. Rick, what do you think about that?
It's possible, but then again, you know, this is a feud that's gone on and off several times. So for me, I wouldn't want to see Nia Jax come out. Maybe if she won the Rumble, but even still, unfortunately, I have to go with Rousey. It sucks only because, you know, she's WWE's new cash cow. The woman has very little or no talent. Her mic skills are horrific. And I know I'm like a minority because I know a lot of people are all over Ronda Rousey. But at the end of the day, the only reason why she's at where she's at, her status, is because her notoriety over in the UFC. If nobody knew who this bitch was, she'd be lucky she was got to NXT, let alone onto the main roster.
And you know what? She should have been delegated to NXT first. That product would have increased a lot because having her there, and I would have had booked it that way. I would have had
her skill would have increased a lot.
Oh hell yeah!
I just kind of hope Alexa Bliss is going to do it right now.
Nope, she's in the Rumble.
Yep.
That doesn't mean she can't come out there and whoop some ass.
Probably.
Well,
she's got the airbags to protect her now.
No, wait, we forgot about Nikki's. Hers blew up, so it's not unheard of. But anyways,
let's not talk about that.
No, let's not mention the botching ones.
Lance's boner decreased so much as soon as you said Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
But if Johnny's listening, if you want to get his inflated, just gotta go and say the Uber Westchester.
There you go.
All right. Now we're gonna look at the matches and let's go. And again, I'm putting them by order. Let's go to another women's match. This is for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Defending champion Asuka will be defending her belt against the man, Becky Lynch. I like Becky. I like the tough gimmick that she's putting on. It's like for equality and all that. I like it. I think it's a good tough gimmick that she needed. But at this stage, I know Billy, and not Billy Brewster, Billy Beaujeu, the Wrestle Gamer. I could see him screaming because I'm gonna pick Asuka. I could see Asuka holding on to this match, holding on to the title and moving on to WrestleMania, possibly to meet Becky and Charlotte for a triple threat match. Maybe. But I don't know, I'm gonna go with Asuka, so the Wrestle Gamer will love that. Let's go to you, Rick. Tell me, are you an Asuka or Becky?
I'm going to give credit to Asuka that she's a great wrestler, but when it comes to her promos, I'm sorry. It's worse than, Ronda Rousey. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound like maybe a racist. If some of you feel that way, fine. But, WWE is unfortunately it's American-based promotion. She should have been working on that a little bit more, or bring her a mouthpiece, because she is an incredible wrestler, and I know she has passion for the business. But for me, I'm a Becky Lynch fan. I like her new gimmick. That's everybody's saying. As far as a Road Warrior Animal who thinks that having the man is a really bad thing, personally, I don't care what he thinks, because without the LOD, he's nothing. So my pick, Becky Lynch.
All right. Let's go to you, Zoe. Again, you are the current worker in our group. What do you think of this match and your pick?
Well, I like both girls. I like them both a lot. They really do bring something to the table in their own ways. But I am always going to be an Asuka mark. She's going to get in there and kick some ass.
All right. Let's go to you, Lance.
Like Rick said, Asuka's one weakness is a huge weakness in her performance. Her promos. Well, to be honest, I watched the Mixed Match Challenge. Hilarious when she's doing that whole comedy thing, but you're not. That can only take you so far as a champion. And they, like you say, if they're going to give her another run, they need to give her a mouthpiece. But I think the man is going to get her belt back.
All right. Well, we're kind of split here. Over in the HWR chat room, Billy Brewster says it's Asuka, and it'll be at WrestleMania. Will she take on Charlotte? And Charlotte will win.
God.
So he's making his predictions early. So, you know what? That's kind of for me again, that's a toss-up. I like Asuka. I like Becky. But I don't think they're going to pull the belt off of Asuka right away. That's going to hold on for a while.
I kind of feel like whenever she gets all riled up in her promos, the fact that I can understand what she's saying makes it even more intimidating for me. Like, you're going to do what to me? Oh, my God.
You know what's funny? Let's bring back Sonny Ono. That hell, he's still around. He's still in good shape.
Yeah.
He
legit manages Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, so why not? Manage him and Shinsuke Nakamura. Can you imagine it? It's like the Asian sensations. He puts a team like the Orient Express or something. I don't know. Let's go to another match. Again, I'm putting this by order. This is for the women's Battle Royal Rumble. And, Rick, do we have the list of who's in the Royal Rumble for the women? Everybody on both brands and possibly NXT.
Right now, like I said, I checked out the men's, so I'm going to go back to the women's. Charlotte definitely is a huge pick. Nia Jax for me is another pick. These are my just top three. And as far as anybody else, really, I don't know. Like I said, I kind of have a little bit, I don't think Mickie James or Mandy Rose, unless they want to push Mandy Rose, I'll say that is maybe an alternate possibility, but I don't think she's there yet. And even Naomi. So I'd like to have those as my top three picks.
I sit down and I look at this match, and then I got to think as a promoter. I look at this match and I see everybody involved. There's really, to me, no next tier person. There's not the person that can take it. If
honestly, if I could just jump in real quick again, another top competitors is Ember Moon and of course Alexa Bliss. She's been on the sideline, so don't be surprised if they again strong possibility. I'm just looking through and processing, and so those are another two possible names.
Absolutely, and she was one of the four that I will pick. I look at Amber Moon because her and an Asuka battle at WrestleMania will be incredible. Plus, both got great gimmicks. The second one, Nia Jax, because Lord knows she's been, misused, and I think she needs a win of this caliber. Even if she doesn't win at WrestleMania, it's a win in the book for a Royal Rumble. A third one, again, it's so hard to think because there's really nobody's really stepping up. So I think right now the whole Mandy Rose or Mandy Moore thing, I think that's going to push her a little bit further. And then there is Miss Bliss herself. So if I'm going to look at the winner for the Royal Rumble going on to WrestleMania, I'm going to say Alexa Bliss. So, Rick, what was your pick?
My first picks was, if I'm not mistaken, I knew that I had Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and then I started looking. I started seeing a lot more. Like I said, Ember Moon, again, strong possibility. Alexa Bliss, again, another strong possibility. Carmella is the 30th place because they won their matches. But to be honest with you, for her being the 30th, I can see her getting tossed out faster than she can even come down the ramp. So
I can see her doing her little dance, like stop the match, start doing a dance like R-Truth, and then everybody looks at each other and just flips her over the top.
yeah. Oh, okay. I remember the other one was Mandy Rose because there's rumors, again, nothing confirmed, that they want to give her a huge push. But we've heard about that on a lot of other people, and it never happened. So, again, there's a huge asterisk on that one.
All right, let's go to you, Lance. Who is your Royal Rumble pick for the women's?
I got 3 here. I'm going to go from the Raw brand, Miss Bliss. From the SmackDown brand, even though I hate friggin' seeing this, I'd hate to see this happen, but it's Raw. I mean, it's SmackDown, and Triple H is a damn flare mark. Charlotte. And my 3rd, let Nikki play.
No. No.
Yes.
Let Nikki play.
Oh,
No,
Nikki
honestly.
Cross, not Nikki Bella.
Oh, hell no, not Nikki Bella. Nikki
Oh.
Cross. Because, hey,
Okay.
who knows? They could always make somebody, because they have not told which side she's going to.
You know, I like that. Nikki Cross should be that one that just attacks everybody.
And that she goes, and everybody
You
goes,
could do
oh,
it too.
shit.
All right. Let's go to our resident vixen. Go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, hold on. I want to give a shout out to Billy Brewster. He's actually called out. Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble, hands down.
Mm. All right. So, Miss Vixen.
Alrighty. So let's see here. My main pick is definitely going to be Little Miss Bliss. Let's see. If not her, I would say Nikki Cross. And God help me, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Ruby Riott win it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a name I didn't even come
That
across.
would be good.
Because her and her crew have been jobbing most of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, like I said, I mean, we all have our own picks, but Nikki Cross still has a lot to be pushed. To give her that quick push that fast could be a mistake.
Well, they gave Ronda Rousey a quick push.
Yeah, because she's
Hell,
money.
they
That's
gave
why.
Paige the belt of her first night on the roster.
Yeah, we said that. I said that when she first came in. I'm like, they're going to push this bitch all the way until she's no longer a cash cow. Then they're going to move her to the mid-carders, even low-carders, and that's going to be it. She has
What about
no
Paige? She got felt her first match on Raw.
Paige. Paige was also been wrestling for years before she walked through the door.
Yeah.
She has
Yeah.
experience. How much experience has Ronda Rousey had outside of of the WWE? Yeah, she has maybe had a few. Yeah, exactly, nothing.
You got a point there.
Yeah.
Well, and again, and let's not count, there are surprise entrants into both these groups. So we don't know who's going to go, who can actually be picked. Christine Harper just joined us on the HWR chat room. Hey, Christine. All right, now we're going to go to another match. It is the men's Royal Rumble. I'm looking at the playing field. I don't know, Rick. Tell me if he's in, but my pick would be, without a doubt, Braun Strowman.
I believe that he is in, and for me, again, yeah, I have to agree. That's definitely a strong competitor. Especially
He's not listed on it, though.
Oh, he's not?
No, I'm looking at it right now.
I thought he said he was in the Rumble. I thought he made a promo on Raw that he was going to
Maybe
be in
they
the Rumble.
just didn't update the list yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list is incomplete. Right now they only have 20, so they want to have a few shockers that show up. You have a lot of the legends in there, people like John Cena, Randy Orton. But
Cena's out.
Yes.
Okay,
An
right.
injury.
Really? That's okay. Then WWE hasn't opened up their updated their roster list. But even still, my point is they are ready to pass the torch, just like John Cena passed the torch. Several people, again, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and he's starting to get to that point where you realize he's going to be a part-time wrestler. So I have 3 picks. Like I said, I didn't even think about the Monster Among Men, but my 3 picks: Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, and I'd like to see Elias win. I'd like to see if they could give him a title run and see how he would do. But unfortunately, right now, I think he's more of a gimmick wrestler than a top competitor. Unfortunately, but that's one that I would like to see.
I could see him. I could see Elias winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. I think that's the reason they took it off of pretty much Seth Rollins, so the title could be transitional. Gives Bobby Lashley just a title to hold on to.
You mean bend over Bobby?
Yeah, bend over Bobby. I can see this situation going further with Elias just winning the Intercontinental title down the road, because Elias does have a feud with Bobby. So we will see how well that goes. Another name that just popped up from Billy Brewster, he says Seth Rollins could win it. I think Rollins has been in that group of that tier, I would say, for too long. He's won it, lost it. He just had the Intercontinental and lost it. He's suffering, and I think this is my opinion. He's suffering from the Dolph Ziggler syndrome, which is they push him so fast, they keep handing him titles. When you take it off of him, what are you gonna do? Give him another one? No, his time is come and gone. I think it's time for somebody else to fill in, and Braun Strowman will be good. But he is one of those top tier guys. So I think it's going to be Braun Strowman. Let's go to you, Zoe.
Okay, let's see. Obviously, we all know who my number 1 pick is. He's in my closet right now, Dean Ambrose.
Poking with that cradle pride again.
Other than Dean, I would say my picks would probably be Braun Strowman, or let's see, I'm going to say Drew McIntyre, possibly.
All right. And that's the second time Drew McIntyre's been flung up. I'm going to say this. Drew's a great worker, but not a WrestleMania caliber guy yet. Not a main event guy yet.
Or Vince may just, Vince hates us all so much, he might have it to where fucking Baron Corbin wins it, for all we know.
God, no.
I could see him doing that. He's a bastard.
Yeah, I can see Vince throw a monkey wrench in this. Lance, your 4 picks.
Well, thank God if he does do the Baron Corbin thing. I'm usually drunk by the time the world title match happens at WrestleMania. So that will kind of numb the pain. But anyway, my 3 are basically the 3 bearded bastards. Elias, McIntyre, and my main pick, Braun Strowman.
All right.
James got a beard too. Damn it.
I read another one updated from the 15th, says that he's out. Again, right now it's been a lot of storyline that he's in and out. So honestly, maybe he could be in the Rumble like a shocker. Another possible prediction I could see is Bray Wyatt showing up at the Rumble, if not very soon, because there's been rumors that he was out, and he squashed that and says absolutely not. A lot of people read into his cryptic tweets, and people run rampant around it. So it would not shock me if he's rather.
His woman been rather. JoJo. Yeah. So I mean, maybe they are considering it. Considering leaving.
Well, you know what?
Who knows?
AEW has been looking to grab as many people, and some of these people are willing to leave. So it's got the attention of Triple H, I can say that. But let's go on with the Rumble. Here is one of the main events, and again, this is my listing. Everybody can list the matches their own way. This is for the WWE Raw title, not the Universal title, because that sounds stupid. That's
yes,
just
it does.
A stupid name, the Universal Championship. Let me
Real
see
quick, I gave another shout out to Billy Brewster, and he says Rollins.
Yep. He's
No, Billy.
That's for the Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble. You know what's funny? Let me digress back. What if there was a surprise entrance into the men's Royal Rumble and it's Becky Lynch?
Oh, Jesus!
Shit. Oh shit! Yes.
She gives a
That
ball.
would be fucking awesome.
She gives
You
a
know,
ball
I'm
chop to
The
somebody.
look on those dudes' faces.
You know, the fucked up part is that would something that WWE would do, but if it
Yep.
did, it would make her entire comic character, a joke. So it would be funny, but it would, in the long term, it would be a bad idea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but it's something that WWE would do. She says, "I am the man," and she starts coming down, and everybody says, "No, you can't enter."
They'd always come in and eliminate Kurt Hawkins or something, and then
You
somebody
know
else does
will be stupid, but I could see Vince possibly doing this because he loves him. He thinks this guy's friggin' hilarious.
Oh God.
What if he actually put it on R-Truth?
Oh
No.
no, never.
God. No.
You could always do the whole R-Truth puts his shot on the line and then get it off him that way.
I don't think he would do it though.
No, not at all.
I mean, Vince is an idiot, yeah, but he's not that big of an idiot.
No, yeah, because R-Truth is strictly comic relief. He's always has been. He's like I said, he has some impressive moves, but he's just fucking annoying. By the time he comes down, I'm like, please just go away. Just get squashed and move out, get along. You know. I think his podcast would be kind of funny for a little bit, but I don't see him have any top tier matches anytime soon.
Yeah, R-Truth is basically that one guy that just goes in and does something, you know, and just he's another one like Carmelo would do. He'll stop the match halfway, and then he'll just do his little dance, and everybody will toss him out.
Which is sad because he is a former NWA World Champion.
Yeah, that's Ron Killings. But that was when the title meant something, or somewhat meant something.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna go off a little bit. Here's the NWA. That the biggest thing to them as of this point is Billy Corgan buying it, and they haven't done anything. You know, they haven't.
That's not shocking.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't done anything like moved on, signed some big name talent. Here is Cody and the Young Bucks. They make this whole presentation, hold this big thing, and bam, the world is AOE. Or should I say AEW, not AOE, America Online.
Well, since we're talking about that real quick, I hope they don't make mistakes that like Impact did, where they were saying these huge names for insane amounts of money, which eventually wound up backfiring, and they couldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
I would like to see AEW bring in some indie wrestlers and who never really were in the spotlight and rise them up and say, you know what, these are going to be our guys. Yeah, we like to have some of the other talent come in from other companies, but I don't think he's going to be one that's going to be squabbling up every single wrestler that comes along. But again, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, like I said, I think I don't know. I think it's just they're gonna do it smart. They know already how wrestling has failed, so we'll have to see how it goes. And again, let's not dwell into AEW. This is the Royal Rumble, even though I brought it up. But let's move on to another match. Again, this is Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor for the Raw Championship. Why, out of all people, Finn Balor? I can't think of anybody that deserves a title match against Brock Lesnar. He just hasn't had a storyline enough to build it up. In this match, we'll make it look like Brock should be able to beat the crap out of little Finn Balor, toss him back and forth, and just walk away and like, gee, Paul, that was a lot of fun. Because you are Brock Lesnar. So I predict Brock winning this. No brainer here, Brock. Rick?
I gotta disagree with you because WWE, even John Cena has been really pushing him because a couple weeks ago, he in a Fatal 4-Way, he pinned John Cena clean 1, 2, 3, and then John Cena get up and said, "You know what? These fans believe in Finn Balor. I believe in Finn Balor." And Vince is definitely making it out to be like, he's some small guy. He's completely underestimating him, making him look like a complete jobber. This is going to be, again, like even WWE said, it's going to be David and Goliath story, and I think David's going to win this one. True Brock's going to dominate the match. There's not even a question, but we're going to see Finn Balor somehow turn things around and get the 1, 2, 3. That's just my pick.
All right, let's go to you, Lance Van.
Well, I like Finn Balor. I do. This is how I see it. 75% chance Brock's walking away with the belt. 25. There is a small 25% chance Finn's getting his Universal title back. But it's going to be a bitch for him to beat the Beast.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to you, Zoe.
Oh, man. Fortunately, I'm going to have to say Brock Lesnar. I just kind of feel like Finn's going to end up being put on the shelf for a while after this, though.
Yeah.
Wow, again, the enthusiasm in her voice, Lance.
It's just, I mean, I'll be more enthused whenever WWE actually starts booking people the way that they should be booked and start making people champions who should be champions, not a part-time or some bitch that belongs over at UFC.
Well,
Sorry,
again,
you got me going.
Damn, Zoe, tell us how you really feel.
I know, right?
So,
over in the HWR chat room on Facebook in the group section, Billy Brewster also said, Finn, he's got heart, and that's exactly what I think this is going to be all about. This is I'm not even a question. It's like 99% that he's going to win. Brock has that 1%, which I think what's going to happen is Balor's going to win the title, and then we're going to see whoever wins the Royal Rumble have that face-off. Now, does that make Finn the transitional? Possibly, or it could solidify him as one of the top guys.
I don't know. I just see another cakewalk for Brock moving on.
Well,
yeah.
Let's look at the history. How many times have we seen the younger guy, the smaller guy, beat the big guy? How often?
What? Yeah, is Brock's contract almost up?
Exactly.
That's cool to see him lose the belt.
Let's face it. What area of the body does coup de grace affect most? The gut, right?
Yeah. So they could probably play that as a storyline.
I wish Brock would move a little bit and get a coup de grace to his nuts.
All right.
He hasn't.
I am not going there. Never argue with a woman. Never argue with a woman who's aiming at your nuts.
And
Exactly.
never argue with a pissed off Southern woman.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Bless your heart.
The hell did I do to you?
No, not you. I'm just saying. It made me think of what you was explaining to everybody the other night on your show about, fucking run.
I'm not even gonna ask. All right, let's go to the main event. In my opinion, this should be the main event. We should have these matches below. Should be the Royal Rumble matches in the middle, and the heavyweight, the main titles at the end. But this is the main event title from it, how it was from the few WrestleManias to now. I think this should be the WWE World Heavyweight Championship should be on the line as a main event match. What better two competitors to break the house down? Champion Daniel Bryan taking on former champion AJ Styles. I don't like the gimmick Daniel's playing, but I respect his skills. I love AJ Styles. I think he is one of the hardest working men in the entire promotion. And I stick through that. He is one of the hardest working guys in the promotion. So I don't know. I don't think AJ's gonna win it yet. I think they're going to have that rematch at WrestleMania, and I think that's going to solidify the title change, makes it more important. The Rumble is always that build up to WrestleMania. It begins the road to WrestleMania. So I'm going to look at it like this. Daniel's going to retain, but it's going to be one of the top matches. That it's going to be the top 10 matches there. We've seen it before. This is going to be the best match of the night, but I'm going to see no title change tonight. Let's go to you, Zoe.
You know what? I'm going to go against everybody, and I'm going to say AJ Styles.
Okay.
I hope. I hope. Daniel Bryan's boring.
Oh, let's go to you, Lance Man.
Well, I disagree with where this was put, but that's neither here nor there. But I gotta go with the GOAT boy.
All right. Let's go to you, Rick.
I just talked.
I know.
You know what? I'm huge about AJ Styles, Mark. Don't get me wrong. I've been like probably a huge fan, but unfortunately, I think right now I like the character that Daniel Bryan's playing because he is a true life vegan, and the character is not too far off of who he is. He may be seeming a lot angry, but if you see a lot of these vegan extremists, it fits perfectly because I watched some kind of a talk show where a person who was a vegan suggested that somebody who drinks milk is raping a cow. Now, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I kid you not. This is not a joke. This guy was like, animal, I'm like, yeah, and yet you're wearing leather boots. I'm like, yeah, right. We can't rape him by sucking on a cow's tit. But sure, we'll just skin him and that'll be fine. But honestly, like I said, I think they're going to keep it on Daniel Bryan for a while. And keep in mind, folks, if AJ loses, even if it's a heel loss, he's not getting his rematch. His rematch clause is already there, and you have to consider Royal Rumble. And Joe, I'm going to disagree with you for one thing. The men's Royal Rumble should always be the end of the show. Oh,
exactly.
All right. You know what? I was thinking of that too, but I kind of like
I don't know about y'all, but pay-per-views like Rumble or Hell in a Cell or Chamber should always have their gimmick namesake as the freaking main event, or else why call them said events?
Absolutely.
That's true. I agree with you that. So, all right. So we all got our picks in. Johnny wasn't here, unfortunately, and also Andy wasn't here, but we will hear from them on Sunday. So, and again, folks, this is, our picks for Royal Rumble. It is this Sunday, the 27th. Wow, guys, we're already at the end of the month. January just flew on by. I wish the weather would follow on by. But it is at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we will be here at 7 o'clock Sunday night for our coverage of Royal Rumble. Lance, tell the people, turn down the mic, turn down the commentary because of what?
HWR live reactions. Because hell, we're a hell of a lot funnier and also a hell of a lot better than any other damn commentary.
Zoe, would you say you're better than a certain Renee Young?
Oh, honey, I'm better than Renee Young in the streets and the sheets and on the mic. Damn.
30 thirds. I can't even get it out of my mouth. Dirty thoughts just went through my head.
Oh God.
I like to say.
Even do the voice.
I usually like to say the same thing, but I always have dirty thoughts.
Yeah.
You and my husband. Though.
I was kicked off on YouTube just for that.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many platforms have we been kicked off of for us just being us, Rick?
In all seriousness, we haven't, but I think honestly, since the dawn of HWR, we started over that some radio podcast thing that was supposedly hot at this time, but really got nowhere. And then we went over on YouTube, and that's when things started to kick off. And now in the HWR chat room. So again, we always kind of like go off a little bit. Since we got the Facebook, I think we've kind of a little bit more, not PG-ish, but definitely filtered a little bit. But then again, Andy's not here half the time, so when he's here, holy shit, look out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, and I gotta say this also. We have drawn the attention of WWE because how many times, Rick, have we been blocked from a couple of podcasts because of their, oh no, you can't use this, no, you can't use that. So they're watching our program.
Yeah.
Dean, call me.
Let me out of here!
I still love you, God, please. She'll be at I can just see her at the local promotion. Dean, let me in. We need to talk, please.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on the limb here, and Billy Brewster, who's also part of KCW, I want you to bear witness to this. Have a sign that says Zoe wants Dean Ambrose.
No, Joe. I got a better one. I got a better one.
Go ahead.
Have a sign that says Zoe has Dean Ambrose in her closet.
I'll top that one, Lance. Have people. We're talking KCW. There is Dark Suede. Just
Hell yeah!
So, and this is directed for him too. Dark Suede and and the Billy Brewster. Have signs that says "Let Dean go, let Dean go." So, too bad we can't do a call-in on the show and on the KCW show and says, "Hey, this is the federal police. Can you please have Zoe release Mr. Ambrose because Miss Young is still looking for him."
Oh, after what I just said, I'm sure he wouldn't worry about calling Miss Young. He'd be like, hey, I got a little midget right here. She's blonde. She's a prick in the sheets, and she's a lady on the streets.
Thank God they don't let us in the back locker room, right, Lance? Paige, Bliss, and Nikki Cross, and they'd be gone missing.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be missing. I would just be able to walk in. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. Wrong. Yeah, I'll leave in a second. I'm just checking you out. I mean, I'm just looking to see if my friend.
Apologize. Just admit it. You gotta turn on the background here. Don't
Of
cover
course,
up.
but I would also have to have like a hidden cam.
Hell, I just go look at her and go.
No, we will be dressed as doctors.
That's what I was thinking. I had the feeling you three would be like, yeah, we're giving you guys a physical. Strip down.
Yeah, come on, get in the stirrups. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen.
Hey, here we go. Over in the HWR chat room, Dark Suede says, no, Dean is in his house.
Oh, you son
Okay,
of a...
I'm not going to go in the direction that should go, but we'll leave that one alone.
Billy Brewster says, can make that happen. So please, take a picture.
Oh.
Yeah, for the love of God, make that happen.
Yeah, please.
No, it Billy.
Let Dean
probably
go.
will make it happen.
I can do a green screen, Zoe of the, like maybe Dean Ambrose right next to you.
Yeah, there you go.
I got
Tied up. It's got to be tied up.
Oh, that'll be easy.
Yeah. So,
Oh my God.
Yep.
Did you make me taller in it too?
Don't you know the small things come in small packages?
Just aren't possible, Zoe.
All right, friends. Again, this Sunday it is WWE's Royal Rumble at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Join us, the Hardcore Crew, as we give you our commentary for that night. We will give you so much better entertainment than Michael Cole or Vanilla Ice and whoever else is at ringside. I don't know. So definitely tune us in. Again, we're not going to be streaming. I'm going to put this out there right now. We're not streaming the pay-per-view. We are going to be watching the pay-per-view and offering our commentary reports and our kind of opinions throughout the night and ratings of it. So with that, I'm going to say this is Joseph Scoldren Night. I'm going to be kicking it off to the crew as we go into our ads. So for now, let's go like this. He is the Zoe. Can you do that introduction better than I do?
Yeah, of course. The Uber of Westchester.
Yeah, somewhere out there, there's an Uber driver getting a hard on.
Hopefully not getting in an accident.
Yeah, hopefully not getting in an accident. Exactly. He is the Uber Westchester Johnny Perez. You can find him on YouTube and Instagram. Just do the hashtag Uber of Westchester, and you can find him. Every time I say this, it sounds like British. The Uber of Westchester. Speaking about British in the UK, check out Stoked Haunted. Our beloved son of a bitch Andy runs the paranormal group out of the UK. And if you're interested in the paranormal, check out www.stokedhaunted.com. And he has all his videos and upcoming events that are happening. They always give us props every Tuesday. Love them to death. They are BC Games and More, BC and Mrs. A, through their podcast over on Facebook Live every Tuesday night at 9:30, where they talk about everything retro from games, comics, figures, and more. So check them out. Let's go to the Lance Man.
Well, every Wednesday night you can find me over at youtube.com/LanceMossTV with and I do Lance Moss TV and Friends. I never know who's gonna show up. And well, every Friday at around 3:30 or 3 Central, 4 Eastern, whatever time it is, wherever else, I put out a video, and you can hit me up on Twitter. It's at Lance Moss TV.
All right. I am Joseph Skoldrin 90. You could do the hashtag Skoldrin's Realm, where I do playthroughs of different games. I do streams on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Just do the hashtag Skoldrin's Realm. Tonight, I am doing the first ever stream of Resident Evil 2, the remake, on the Xbox One. So that will be live at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can check that out here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Hashtag Skoldrin's Realm, so check that out. Rick, tell everybody about HWR.
Well, Hardcore Wrestling Radio. We're over on YouTube /HWR show. You can check out all of our archived shows, whether it be Four Corner Rants, In the Moment. We also have I do a lot of tribute videos, but the real area is over in the HWR chat room. That's in the Facebook group sections. And, you know, we put the latest news and rumors. You can always catch us on Four Corner Rants, sometimes every Thursday or every Friday, depending on what we fucking choose to, you know. But, hey, that's beside the point. So, you know, latest news, rumors. I do raw picks and reactions. So, guys, head on over.
All right, and last but definitely not least, and the only reason I put her at the end of the show, so she don't hit me in my balls. 2, to promote KCW's upcoming show. She is, to us, the vicious vixen Zoe Nightshade.
Oh, you know it. Well, yes, we do have a huge tribute show coming to Shopville, Kentucky tomorrow night. It's actually such, there's so many wrestlers coming in to help us out with this tribute that we are having to open the doors 30 minutes early. So you guys will actually, if you want a good seat, get there at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock. It's a tribute show for a beloved interviewer, very young man, lost a battle with meningitis and a stroke earlier 2018. And also Shane Smalls, who we unfortunately lost him as well in the same year. But yeah, come and check us out. There's big names coming to us from all over, major names in the indie promotions all over Kentucky and Tennessee. I will be there, of course, along with my Carnage group, Dark Suede and Jennifer Rain. Other than that, you guys can find me on Facebook, on the HWR chat room, on KZW, or my fan page, Zoe Nightshade. If you guys are into scary stories and urban myths, I go live every Friday night at 10:30. I wasn't going to do one tonight because I thought we would go over a little bit here, but I will be going over to the Nightmare Vixen on Facebook. Join me at 10:30 for a live scary story.
There you go, folks. And again, check us all out on our definitely on our different platforms, our shows on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Check us out. This is also our T-shirts. We're at the end of the show. And again, we have a busy night tomorrow night as well. Check us out for NXT's Takeover. They haven't disappointed us. Yes, we'll have to see how well it goes. Plus, they should be having some new faces. But we have our T-shirts. It is the HWR Discretion Advised T-shirt. We still can't figure out who that guy is in the middle. We have the Uber of Westchester. We have the Stoked Haunted shirt. We have the Vicious Vixen shirt. We have the Lance Moss Cross Guitar shirt. We have the Scourge's Realm shirt, and the most popular shirt of them all, Lance.
Buy the shirt!
It is the BTS shirt. Check them all out. It is $14.99 plus $5 shipping and handling. Check them out. We'd love to see you guys wearing them and supporting the channel. So, this is the end of this show, and we are getting ready for tomorrow night and Sunday. Lance, one more time. What kind of shirt is it,
Buy the shirt!
You know, I wonder, Tony, we got to get Tony Atlas on here one time, Rick.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know what? Actually, I've seen a lot of promos where he's actually does a lot of local stuff. Maybe I can, when I find out where they're at, I can maybe jump in and, you know, maybe I can talk to him. But I ain't going to make any promises on that one. But it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, it'd be better than having bend over Lashley or bend over Bobby.
That's why they call him. That's why the parents named him Bob. But he had to say Bobby because he was in denial of it.
Yeah, I wonder if Leo Rush gifted to him, or is it
Well,
the other way
I
around?
think he bends over so Leo Rush can get better with his ass.
You want to give yourself that visual, Joe?
Oh, God.
God. All right, I better see Alexa Bliss bend over. You know, before I end this podcast, I know I'm going over. I'm gonna tell this. We already know Zoe. If I say who has the best butt in the WWE, your pick would be.
Of course, Dean Ambrose's little bubble butt.
All right, I'm gonna actually go with not only Alexa Bliss. I gotta go also with Asuka. Lance?
I gotta go with two as well. Miss Bliss, of course. But Bailey with them Bailey cakes.
All right.
God.
Rick?
Well, I think Alexa Bliss has been clear across the board. Unfortunately, she's not in the WWE because there's one person who has a nicer ass than she does, and that was Miss Testmarker. Also, man, I'm going to tell you, she has a fucking ass that's nice. But if I had to do a second pick in the WWE, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, I'd have to go with Sasha Banks.
Oh, very good.
Okay. Well,
And I just got a message from my buddy named Herbie. He just said Rikishi.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to get heat for that, but I don't care.
All right. All right, guys. See you tomorrow night.